Hey everyone, I am Haunting and this is my channel. My channel consists of places from the past and their hauntings. Some places have really dark and sad stories. Sometimes they can be so dark that I don't even know if I can put on this channel. Like, there's this one place in Florida I really want to talk about soon, but I'm not sure if I can. It's that dark. And other stories are unsolved mysteries of why the place or area or the surrounding areas are haunted. The West Oglethorpe area is one of them. And if I pronounce that wrong, I apologize in advance. Now I know it's been a long time since I've done a video, but I have just been really sick. But now I am back, and let's continue with the stories. Just around the corner from Wright Square in the mansion that had sat abandoned for nearly 40 years, the house at 12 West Oglethorpe had definitely had seen better days. It was the childhood home of Juliet Gordon Lowe, the founder of Girl Scouts. It later served as a meeting spot for the Savannah chapter of the Mascot fraternity. Then later became a performing arts school. The building was abandoned in 1985. And ghost stories have been swirling around ever since. One legend tells of a tale of a doctor who was using the house as a place to treat patients of yellow fever. The doctor committed suicide after losing his wife and children to the disease. Today, tourists report seeing an apparition of the doctor standing in the window of the house. Many claim to have captured photos of the doctor's ghost. Tourists on the guide tours also say they've gotten sick when merely walking up to the house. Those affected they felt the symptoms of yellow fever when they got too close to the building, and the symptoms subsided when they retreated and walked away. Paranormal Paranormal investigators who entered the home have seen shadow people, heard disembodied voices, and had their electronics malfunction. Temperatures reading taken in the basement often result in reading 666 degrees. In 2009, a few pranksters started a fire behind the building after firefighters put out the blaze. A few of them claimed to have seen a ghost in the room where the doctor allegedly died. It is unclear as to when the first building was built on 2012 West Oglethorpe before the area was developed. It was the site of the city's first Jewish burial ground. A marker for the cemetery still exists on the walkway, though most of the area has been developed. The house is dated in the city records to 1898. What existed before that, the house was improved upon the renovated in the same year it was registered by the city. Is this supposed to rain? It really got darker. Oh well, if it rains, it rains. But a wooden homestead and an address long before. It is believed that the Gordon family owned the house in the 1860s. After moving there from 10 West Oglethorpe, to distance themselves from a family feud, Juliet Gordon Lowe, who eventually founded Girl Scouts, was born on 10 West and lived in 12 West for at least a decade or two. It is unclear as to exactly when the Gordon family moved out. After being renovated, the house was home to the benevolent protection and order elks. The pursue Masonic fraternity and social club. The Elk Lodge used the building as a meeting place over 50 years, becoming the building's longest running tenant. The order the order of the order's initials VPOE are still engraved in front of the house to this day, and performing arts school occupied the building for a short long while after. I put in the long, but it's a short while after. A house on the 12 West Oglethorpe was abandoned in 1985 and has remained so ever since. In 2009, a few pranksters set a dumpster on fire in an alley behind the house, causing moderate damage. In the 1820s, during the last major breakout of yellow fever in Savannah, a doctor was living on the 12th Oglethorpe. He was using his family home to treat patients with the diseases. As he brought more and more victims to his home, his family started getting sick. Both his wife and son died shortly after contracting the disease. The doctor quit his practice and fell into deep depression. He ended up boarding himself in one of the upstairs bedroom and refused to leave. After several weeks, the doctor died of starvation. Many have questioned the true story of this. First, yellow fever doesn't spread from person to person. It spreads in viva mosquito bites. So, simply having infected the patients nearby doesn't cause one to catch yellow fever. No, given Savannah's hot summer, it is possible that the doctor's family were bitten by mosquitoes. Others say that no doctor has ever lived in a house, but instead lived somewhere nearby. They say that the ghost stories involving the doctor were later attributed to the 12 West Oglethorpe because it sat vacant for so long and appeared to be the most haunted house on the block. The house on 12 West Oglethorpe has sat abandoned for so long that many of the neighborhood believe that the place is haunted even without knowing its history. The facade of the building is in need of maintenance, and a peek through a ribbing front window shows an empty, neglected interior. Why was that so hard? Part of the floor on the upper level is missing. Just a quick glance at the house gives the one impression of a home of spooky specters. I cannot talk today. The ghost of the doctor is often encountered in the home. They say his spirit stayed in the building to grieve the loss of his family. Many claim to see the doctor standing in the second floor windows. The interesting part is that the ground on the second floor caved in, meaning the doctor who would have been floating at the window to be seen. After the fire in 2009, firefighters conducted a walkthrough of the house to check for any structural damage. One of the firefighters entered the room where the doctor had locked himself up. The firefighters let out a loud yell, then ran out of the house and locked himself in the fire engine. He never revealed what he saw to his colleagues, but many believe that he encountered the ghost of the doctor. Tourists who get too close to the house report feeling the symptoms of yellow fever. Those who are especially sensitive report a rapid rise in body temperature, overall feeling uneasy as they approach the home. The symptoms quickly subsided as they move away from the building. Paranormal experts and historians alike have ventured into the home to search for clues to the truth behind the house on 12 Oglethorpe. The numerous visits to the home haven't revealed any new information about the former tenants of the house, but they have plenty paranormal experiences. One investigator and the local tour guide had his camera put down on its own before seeing three disembodied dimensional shadow people walk directly in front of him. Moving from one room to another, he also heard a disembodied voice calling his name from the other room. Believing the voice to be one of his colleagues, he followed the voice to an empty room, and the calling was nowhere to be found. Many who entered the house have similar tales. Reports of electronic malfunctions are common. Phones, cameras, and recording equipment have all died or malfunctioned during certain critical moments, usually during appearance from the ghost. As if to prevent people from documenting their existence, some investigators have reported that taking temperature readings in the basement resulting in a reading of 666 degrees. And it had to be the triple sixes. What's new? Many believe the building's approximately right square, the site of Savannah's first murder, and home to several spirits, and on the cause of the haunts in 12 West Oglethorpe. This area of Oglethorpe Avenue was also the site of the city's first Jewish burial ground. The bodies were never moved before the area was paved, and so at least a few thousand bodies remain underground. Perhaps many of the strange events on 12th West Oglethorpe stem from White Square and the burial grounds. Thank you for watching my channel and videos. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, I am Haunting Girl, and this is my channel. Until next time, pleasant dreams.